prophecy of cutting off branches. The prophecy of cutting off the branches in the end time is a prophetic foreshadow of what has occurred and it will be in the end. The Bible talks about two olive trees and branches being cut off. In Zechariah chapter 4, verse 11 through 14, it says, Then answered I, and said unto him, What are these two olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick, and upon the left side thereof? And I answered again, and said unto him, What be these two olive branches, which through the two golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? And he answered me and said, Knowest thou not what these be? And I said, No, my Lord. Then he said, These are the two anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. So we see these two olive trees are the two prophets of the two branches of the church that pour the oil into the two candlesticks, the Gentile and the Jewish remnant in the church of Philadelphia and the church of Smyrna. Revelation chapter 11 verse 3 says, And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. In verse 4 it continues and says, These are the two olive trees, and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. The two prophets and the two olive trees lead the church through the end times, and the unification of the remnant of the Gentiles and the remnant of the Jews that come together under one fold, the church of Philadelphia and the church of Smyrna. Revelation chapter 11 verse 10 talks about two prophets. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall give gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And the one that's sent with the axe is the one who's the axe holder who cuts the branches. Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Cutting off that which does not bear fruit. The day that John saw. Malachi chapter 4 verse 5 and 6. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with the curse. In the unification of bringing the hearts of the children to the fathers and the hearts of the fathers to the children, it's bringing them back under the law and concerns about their lineages and about their future. And it'll come under one fold. The woman who goes into the wilderness for the 1,260 days is the gathering of the two branches. And what occurs is the woman keeps the commandments of God and has the testimony of Jesus Christ. The other people who refuse to come will be cut off. They will be the branches cut off, just like it was foreshadowed and forewarned in the book of Romans. In the book of Romans chapter 11, verse 17 through 22, it says, And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, The branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in, and well, because of unbelief they were broken off. And thou standest by faith, be not high-minded, but fear. For if God spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. This is a prophecy of cutting off of the branches warned in the latter times, that if the people do not take heed to not be high-minded, because they also will be cut off. John said in Matthew chapter 3 verse 9 through 10, And think not to say within yourselves, We have Abraham to our father. For I say unto you, that God is able of these stones to rise up children of Abraham. And now also the axe is laid at the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Yes, John said out of the stone God could raise up sons of Abraham, and that the axe is laid at the root of the tree. And the Gentiles, the remnant of the Gentiles who don't come and keep the commandments of God and have the faith of Jesus Christ, come to the gathering. If they don't, they'll be cut off. And guess who gets grafted back in? It's the 144,000 that will be grafted back into the body, and there will be an exodus. And this is the prophecy of the cut branches.